Hey, it's Chris Voice live with Jimmy.
Hello.
Jimmy, where are you today?
Hey, I've got a. I'll let Glenn tell you.
Glenn? Glenn who? Glenn
Yes,
Campbell.
that's right. I'm in Galveston, Texas. Galveston, Texas. Oh my gosh, it's 40 something, almost 50 degrees, but it's blowing like crazy. It's like 20-mile-an-hour winds out here.
It's coming off the water, buddy.
It's just scary. I'm at a little place called the Lasso-A Latte. Lasso-A Latte.
Lasso latte.
It's cute. Lasso-A Latte. You know, like you're going to take a rope and drag it in, I suppose. And so far, I haven't been able to lasso one of them. But
Like Catch Me a Cloud, huh?
exactly. That's what. It's a cute little place, but it's cold. I mean, it's not freezing cold, but it's windy, and that makes it feel like
go
it's
to Galveston.
cold. Do you know that song was playing in my head as I was coming down the driving through the state of Texas, and I thought, why don't I just take a detour and go down to Galveston? That's exactly how it happened. So,
And the wind gusts are what?
25 mile an hour. Yeah, it's
And the temperature is what?
well, it was 50. It's about 40 degrees right now.
40 degrees. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now.
40
It's 6
degrees.
o'clock, and it's 6 o'clock in Galveston.
Yeah, and so you when you add the wind chill factor kind of thing. I don't know what they call that anymore, but when I was a kid, it was called a wind chill factor. You factor that in, and it's don't
Makes
come
it
here.
feel like it's 30.
We're right across. I mean, we're right on the water, right across the street from Stewart Beach Park. Really, really nice, I suppose, in the middle of the summer. But it's
What's up?
It's better than Chicago.
Gosh. Let me know if you see snow flurries.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Chili Bee's not with us today. He works.
It's a real job, you mean? Holy cow!
I don't know what's wrong with him, but
Yeah, what a lucky guy.
and he gets paid.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyway, so Chili's not here. We're soloing it. I did actually email TMZ because I thought it would be really cool if they would come in and talk to us about some super cool stuff that's going on. But
Yeah, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, like
anything we could find.
I was
super.
shooting Sylvester Stallone, and he bought me a latte. That kind of thing.
What just happened?
Oh, one of our uploads just finally finished uploading, so.
I didn't know it was still going on.
Nothing for you to concern yourself with, my friend.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
No, it's just I'm uploading a virus to your computer. No problem. Your virus
Cool. When
software
it
should have
gets here, I'll
detected that
boomerang
and
it
stopped
back.
it.
Well, I have a program, and it boomerangs a virus back
Oh, it sends it back to the guy?
to the servers that send it. Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah. Except usually those servers are already protected from it.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's on the agenda?
Well, I've got a few items, and I know you've got a few items. The one that was the most of that was a great concern to me, although I'm not a huge rice eater, was that rice. There's a story something about rice had arsenic in it.
Okay, be careful about that because Dr. Oz. Speaking of Wizard of Oz, Dr. Oz tried that once and got into real trouble. So where's this coming from?
Let's see. Here's the study. It was in. Oz was into the apple thing, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, don't tell Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Johnny Carson either.
The researchers did not measure arsenic levels in the rice itself, but what they were doing was they discovered that it had the women who ate a lot of rice. And I think this was pregnant women.
But all right,
had a high level of arsenic in there.
Yeah, but who said this?
Let's see. Study at
Who reported it?
test results by Consumer Reports is reporting it showing potentially unsafe those of arsenic and apple juice. Okay. Shortly after. Okay, they're saying that I really apologize. I didn't think that you were going to ask me who reported it. I just read this stuff. I don't really care where it came from. I don't care if people eat the rice. I'm going to eat my rice anyway. I don't care what it says.
Well, I don't intend on being pregnant anytime
I don't.
soon.
Yeah, I'm not going to get pregnant, and I'm not going to eat that much rice.
I might look pregnant, but I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, listen. Am I going to get sick from eating rice?
Yeah,
Is
you
that
are.
why I feel bloated?
Only if you're pregnant.
Okay. Well, that I'm safe. Occupy people. You've heard this one, right?
Yeah. Occupy.
The Occupy people have decided to start occupying foreclosed homes. Okay, stupid and smart. Stupid and smart. Come on. I'm going to sit in a park for months on end to make someone feel guilty about what they already don't feel guilty about.
That'll fix them.
Yeah. And then I'm going to commit a felony by breaking into foreclosed homes.
Yeah.
And at least keep myself warm until they take me out of there with a new set of handcuffs.
Yeah, this isn't sounding good.
So, well, hey, maybe I could, get out of the festivities and the free food if I sit in a house. Maybe I have to leave the house, and that doesn't make sense.
I think that it's a conspiracy by the realtors or the banks. You get these kids to come in because it's kids. It's mostly kids, and you get these kids to come in, sit in the house for a while. Put the heat on a bit. Use a stove, use an indoor plumbing. And then explain to them how easy this could be theirs. It's just
Jimmy, everything is off.
30 years of monthly payments. No, but they're going to turn it on. I'm just thinking if I'm a real estate agent in a bank, I'm going to try to I'm going to infiltrate these Occupy groups with hippie looking real estate agents and invite them into these houses and make it sound like it was their idea, right? and I'll turn the heat on, I'll turn the lights on and everything. And then, if three of them want to get together and buy the place, great. It's foreclosing anyway. You might as well occupy it. And then,
okay.
and then have them sign it. Did you like it here? You've been here for 3 months. Good. Who else are you going to find that's going to sit in a home?
So you got a babysitter that litters the toilet. Oh, I'm sorry, we have indoor plumbing. Got it. They're going to trash the place. You know that. They're going to trash these houses that they go into.
You're probably right. It's not a good idea.
They're going to cost the owners or whoever has possession of this house paperwork a good few $1,000s, if not more. Yeah. No, I'll tell you what. This idea to occupy Wall Street or occupy any place, USA.com, you're asking for trouble. And you're causing the trouble on yourself and then spreading it to people who have to pay for these bills. Now, I don't know what the right way to do it is, but that's not the right way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, moving on. What?
Yeah.
Any more?
I'm with you. I agree with you. So I won't be calling my real estate agent to see if I can get a spot.
No. Don't do that. I will say, moving on, the Pearl Harbor, they call it an anniversary. Do you believe that? Pearl Harbor Memorial Time is tomorrow, December 7th. And I'm a guy who has been to Pearl Harbor. I'm a guy who's been in the Navy. And it's still hard for me to imagine Pearl Harbor and the devastation, or even the oncoming of the devastation. So I guess I'm holding my moment of silence right now for tomorrow for the Pearl Harbor victims the descendants of the Pearl Harbor veterans, because there are survivors and there are people who saw that stuff and had to live through it.
Yeah.
So, anything more to add before we move on?
No. No, I wasn't. I've never been there. I've obviously seen pictures and documentaries and things, and yeah, it's pretty a pretty big downer, my friend. Thank you very much.
Well, I was trying to
Now
keep
I feel
it as
horrible.
light as possible. Yeah, you should.
I do.
2/3 of California voters support high-speed railroad.
Oh,
I know. You weren't one of them, were you?
I was initially. I mean, if it's going to go someplace, where's it going to go? It's going to go from. Why do I care? I'm on the road anyway.
Don't you need
I should.
a
Yeah.
bullet train?
I need a bullet train to go from San Diego to maybe not even. Let's just bypass Los Angeles. Go from San Diego all the way up to Santa Barbara to Monterey. Monterey, work your way up the coast. All the way up into Alaska. Okay.
My fear is that, California, I mean, I've been in California and I've probably been through a few earthquakes, but what if an earthquake happens while I'm on that bullet train?
Well, what if an earthquake happened while you were touching down at an airport? Or
well, at
taking
least
off.
they'd have foreknotice. You know what I mean?
Not well, yeah. You wouldn't have it if you were taking off and there was an earthquake. Hopefully, you'd get in the air before the ground opened up and swallowed your plane.
Kind of cool, isn't it? Look behind you, ground's collapsing as you kind of take off down to Midway.
I don't know. We've got trains now, and they move pretty fast. And if an earthquake occurs when you're on a train and it's moving pretty fast, that's dangerous also. So I don't think it would be any more dangerous if you were traveling at a billion. How these do go like a billion miles an hour, right? It's like you close your eyes, you open your eyes, and all of a sudden you're in San Francisco.
If you can still breathe. Okay, Facebook flaw lets you view someone's private photos. Facebook flaw lets you view someone's private photos. This is CNET.
Someone's private photos. What
Did
photos?
I say that?
You said it right, but what photos do I have that are private? I assume everything that I put on Facebook is like a postcard. What private photos do I have?
Well, some people have photos marked private.
Really? I didn't know you could do that.
And you don't know why. You know what I mean? You don't know why because they're private. You can't see them. Well, there's something flawable in Facebook. And, of course, Facebook has always been perfect.
No.
You can get in.
No, they're horrible.
You can get into seeing their photos. So, of course, the vigilant, tweeted this.
Did you say vigilant? I'll come over there and I'll fix your teeth. But anyway, go ahead.
Did I say what?
Vigilant.
I said that.
You did.
Yeah. And I tweeted this and I Facebooked it. And so now everybody knows. So I did this in effort to tell people to get a hold of Facebook and jerk them around by the neck and say, look, dudes, this ain't cool. That's why I did it. And that comes from CNET.com. To the lighter side of things.
No, I'm still fascinated by this. I don't know anyone. I don't know why anyone would trust Facebook with anything more than their name. I don't trust them with my birthday, and yet other people do.
I believe you.
They ask you for your birthday right up front. I gave them something wrong. Why? Because you don't need to know my birthday. I'm posting junk, and you're going to send advertisements. You know, you're going to advertise. Why do you need to know my birthday? So yeah, I gave them my name, and I'm not even sure they have a phone number for me. But they're not known as people that will protect your privacy. Just the opposite. So why would you put something embarrassing, or even private up on Facebook? I'm just asking.
Well, I'll tell you.
Tell me, please.
For those people, you can let see your pictures.
Here's something that I'm looking at.
Of course, now Wiener made a real, wiener out of himself. What?
Wiener made a wiener out of. I got it. Is this an actual? This thing that's on CNET. Is this an actual dialog box that comes up? It says. Is this photo about you or a friend? Yes, this photo is about me or a friend. I don't like this photo of me. It's harassing me. It's harassing a friend. Or no, these are your options. This photo is about something else. Spam or scam, nudity or pornography, graphic violence, hate speech, illegal drug use. Are you telling me that people are posting their pictures of illegal drug use or nudity on in a private area of Facebook so that you can say, hey, here's where I'm,
The article actually tells you how to get in to do that, to see people's private pictures.
Oh, really? Let's do that.
Which is a serious misuse of the article. But I think I tried to show it to a lighting that it needs to be checked out and protected.
Yeah, well, it's just not a good idea to give Facebook too much of anything, or Google or anyone, really. But I guess at some point, if you want to use the service, you've got to give them some information.
Well, in a public view, I gave Facebook my phone number, but they don't have my address. The Chris Voice brand is out there. But
yeah, well, it has to be.
Due to Facebook, though, there's so many Chris Voices that went on Facebook that I had to put Chris Voices instead of Chris Voice.
Yeah.
But still, any picture I put up there, anything I do, because I'm working at being a public figure. Now, you, Jim, on the other hand,
I'm very private.
You're a private guy.
Yeah.
So, in essence, you wouldn't put any pictures up there people wouldn't want to see. Yeah. Or you would want to connive into getting into your account to see.
Yeah, I'm sure that young people think, when you're a kid, you think, what's the worst thing that could happen? It's just me and my friends will see it. It's a private area, and maybe posting things up there that they shouldn't,
ordinarily be posting.
Yeah, that you wouldn't want the world to see, and I guess the problem is there's a way to see them. So, thank you once again, Facebook. You've done a bang-up job, let me tell you.
Thank you, Facebook. And I'm really thanking you, because I don't have anything that, someone wants to see anyway.
I think I got 3 photos up there, and that's it.
I never checked your site. You believe that? I never checked your page.
Shame on you. Shame.
But you don't look at my page either.
I know exactly. In fact, I think I have, I punched one of your friends at one point. I don't mean punched, but I punched the button that said, friend this person because they're friends of Chris.
Did they like you?
They actually did, and
cool.
and she appears on my page every day. There's something that she posts, and it's interesting to kind of see information about people that I don't have any idea who they are.
You need to tell me who that is off air.
Yeah, we'll deal with that.
Yeah, okay.
I have no idea who these people are, and that goes for all of the other buttons that I push. The ones that I know, but then Facebook says, you know what? There's someone that shares this person is known by 6 other people. And I say, well, of course I should know that person. So I punch the button, and it's like I'm watching this thing for a year, And this same person comes up all the time. And this isn't yours. This is my own. And it's like, I still don't know that person. It's a year later, and I still don't know who that is. But I see everything about them. You know, they tell me about how the kids are doing. They tell me about how they're, you know, how school's going. And, you know, it's like, I don't know who you are, but I'm glad to hear that.
Glad you're doing okay.
Yeah, in a way, I guess that's what Facebook is, though, isn't it?
It's a community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are the good things about Facebook. I mean, there's just one or two bad flaws that, you know, eventually, when you come up with a monster-sized database like these guys had, first of all, they didn't know what they had until they had it.
Yeah.
And they realized they could earn money from it. It was just a hobby, something they wanted to just do. And it became something that shut down their college servers.
Yeah. And to me, that's why it's a problem. It's because these guys, I don't think that they ever really intended to get big. And they really were not anticipating, you know, millions of people signing up for their stupid little... Why did I say stupid little? I mean, they're all stupid, but no, it's not little anymore.
It's an opinion. It's okay. However, you can't say stupid too loud because we're both on it.
I'm not worried about the stupid part. I'm worried about the little part. It's not little anymore.
No, these guys are billionaires. Skrillionaires.
Non-millionaires.
First time it's billionaires.
The first time I ever heard skrillionaires. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I just made that up. I'm going to put it in my new dictionary.
That's going to be the next time that you hear about the federal budget. It's going to be outside of it. It's bypassed trillions, and now it's skrillions.
Skrillionaires, yeah. Yeah, you can look for the Chris Voice dictionary coming out in 2020.
Yeah, we have a glossary at the end of the show.
If you're web savvy enough to look it up.
Yeah.
On the lighter side.
That wasn't light.
Oh, we have a lighter one yet.
Even lighter.
Yeah. Harry Potter. Let me read the title for you.
You know, I used to know a Harry Potter.
Isn't that weird? I used to know Poindexter.
Yeah, but I mean that's what he did for a living. He was a potter. He was very hairy.
Moving right along. Harry Potter Wizarding Wood comes to Universal Studios Hollywood. Hollyweird.
Harry Potter Land, yeah.
Harry Potter Land. Hey, dude, come on. That's got to be cool.
I'm not a big Potter fan, no.
Doesn't matter. They take stuff and they make it work. I've been on their rides, and I only like the rides that have the hydraulic moving action where you're watching this film and it makes you think you're going through someplace, like the Back to the Future thing. Mm-hmm. I love that stuff, man. I do not like roller coasters, but I do like stuff that moves. It makes you think you're moving, but you're not really moving. You're just going up and down.
Yeah.
Sideways, back and forth, because it makes you feel like you're moving.
I got nauseous on a ride like that. It wasn't even a ride. It was that, you know, that thing that you walk into. I don't know if it's even still there. It's Disneyland, and it's basically an airplane that had the surround. I mean, the pictures were all around you. Made me nauseous, and we were standing on solid ground when we were watching it. This was years ago. I
think I remember that.
Yeah, it really shocked me. Of course, you move, the airplane goes to the left, so you see everyone in the group is leaning to the left, but you're standing on solid ground. It's like, why does my brain think that I'm actually moving when I'm not?
Because it's an optical illusion. It goes through your eyes, and your eyes tell you that you're moving. They tell your brain that you're moving, and your brain tells you.
Let's never do that again.
Okay.
I don't want to do that.
Remember that scene? You ever watched Bionic Man way back when?
Yeah.
In the day.
Yeah.
And they had that set of series sequels with Sasquatch.
No.
You don't remember that?
No. You mean $6 Million Man?
Yeah, Bionic Man, $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
You know, we can cure him. We've got the technology. We can make him better, stronger, faster.
Yeah, and the fact is nowadays they probably can. I don't know if you've seen some of these prosthetics, but anyway, with Sasquatch, the fake monkey, half man, half monkey thing.
Bigfoot guy.
And and
they had that. Well, it was a big protection thing around this secret base that this total villain had, And to get through this, you walk through a tunnel. Well, the tunnel itself turned clockwise. But what you were walking on was a flat pad. And you did this for like 150 feet. So by the time you got to about half of it, you were completely out of it. Because this thing kept going around in a circle. Anyway, that's what you were talking about. Anybody out there
Hello.
who can date themselves to the Bionic Man will know what I'm talking about.
What was his name? Lee Majors, right?
Lee Majors, and later on he got the star role in, well, I'm not one to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah,
Oh, right, yeah.
the Fall Guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. That was good too.
I've never been with anything less than a 9. Anyway, if you know that song, keep it to yourself and talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, you can put little clips of this later on.
Yeah. I might do that if I can find the right credits. Otherwise, YouTube might knock me off when I put it up on YouTube.
Slap you silly. They're going to slap you silly.
They will, because they could kick you off for a violation. So I have to really watch out. But this will be on YouTube if you look for it.
Fair use. Just a few seconds. That's all. That's all I need.
Go ahead.
I got nothing else to say. I've got another story though that's almost a week old.
A week?
Yeah, and it kind of surprised me. They said this was authorities in Evanston, Illinois. Evanston, Illinois. Okay, it's it's north of Chicago. And
North.
These are the authorities. And I mean the authorities, the cops. They claim that about up to 20% of their 911 calls are butt dials. You know what that is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Your butt called me and you didn't answer.
Yeah, but they're 911 calls. Why do you have 911 in your speed dial? Why do 20% of the people in Evanston, Illinois, have 911 in their speed dial? Because your butt's not gonna go 911. It's going to hit something, and then it dials one of the numbers that you've got in essence in your speed or in your contact list.
I really feel sorry for their butts, but that's city revenue, isn't it? Can't they bill somebody for that?
Yeah, the problem is sometimes they carry on a conversation with the guy on the other end, and it's like they don't realize. So they get
carrying on a conversation with a guy who made a butt call on the other end.
Yeah. Hello, this is 911. Can you imagine the call? And you hear him talking to someone else, and you think that he's talking to you.
And you hear...
They should have released some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that.
How long do you stay on the if you're responsible for these 911 calls, you're dispatch, and you've got to make the judgment that you're going to hang up on someone? How long do you hold that? You're on a butt dial. How long do you wait before you actually say this is a butt dial? Who makes that call? They've
got to have an SOP for that. A standard operating procedure. They've got to have something for that.
Now they do. Yeah, 20% of these.
Yeah.
And how do you know? You hung up on a guy that you thought was a butt dial.
Right.
And maybe it was actually someone that actually just shifted. They just shifted their body because they were being held up, and they knew that if they shifted just right, the kind of you see them, they're sitting there, wiggling their butt a little bit just to try and make that 911 call, hoping that the officer will pick it up and, or the dispatcher will pick up the call and hear what's going on, and just like in the movies.
Isn't it terrible what technology has gotten us to?
No, that would be great if you were tied up, and someone was stealing money from the cash box, and you just were kind of shifting your butt around to try to make that call.
Well, I know that they have buttons for phones that go directly to 911, so you could actually hit that one button. So it's probably where they programmed in. We're probably talking about this. We're probably talking about the 20% of the calls that came in from a butt call were probably pre-programmed, and they just happened to sit on it.
Yeah,
the right button at the right time.
Well, I'm sure
I've had a few what they call butt calls too, and they've come in, and I've actually sent a few out that didn't even know it.
Yeah.
And I have a case for my phone. Go figure.
And it still dials out. My phone
still dial out.
My phone is from. I got a cell phone from the 1950s, and it has a little crank on it to charge the
Is
battery.
Is it in your shoe?
No, that's top secret stuff.
Okay.
It folds over, so I don't have that problem. It's one of those old folding phones that you'd have to open it up before you can actually get to the dial. So, and it's a rotary dial. I've got a rotary dial cell phone. Did you know those were they were very
made those
popular
in
back in the
shoes.
50s.
They made those in shoes.
It was a rotary dial shoe that you're talking about Maxwell Smart.
I am.
In the original Get Smart television series.
Agent 99.
Yeah, and he had a rotary dial shoe phone. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
He did have the first cell phone, didn't he?
he did.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of technology, have you ever heard of the Kepler 22b?
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, I think isn't that what I'm using right now? Isn't that my computer? It's the Kepler 22b?
No.
Oh. What is then the Kepler 22b?
I would like to leave that out as a trivia question, but I'm not because I kind of blow this story.
Yeah. Well, tell me what it is. I'm fascinated.
Have you ever heard of Earth 2.0?
No, it sounds scary though.
Guess what? It is.
What?
Well, the Kepler 22b is a magnifying telescope that has found Earth 2.0. In other words, a planet that has the almost exact atmospheric pressures, temperatures, and climate.
Yeah, all that
Climate.
good stuff.
Climate that the Earth has.
Does it have food?
I don't know. I wasn't there. You?
Well,
I wasn't there, man. But it's got the potential to have everything you're looking for. It's only 600 billion light years away.
oh, darn.
Let me check and make sure that fact is right. No, it's
Yeah.
600. It's 600 light years away. Please forgive.
Oh, so that's close.
Closer than 600 billion.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we could get there soon. We could get that bullet train.
If that were possible, we could. Yeah, we'd have to freeze ourselves.
California
Cryogenic freezing until we get there.
California is so ahead of the world on all these things. I'm surprised they haven't already proposed some type of a rocket ship to this place.
Well, it's 2.4 times the size of the Earth, which means
There's lots of Californias.
we're going to have to fight China over that planet. Population of China?
Yeah, well,
There are 20 to 1 of us.
that's a lot of buses.
Well, between 10 and 20. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of guys on that street pulling those little carts with people in them.
Well, that's going to be
Anyway.
difficult. So that's what we're all going to go there. What good does it do us? It's so far away, and we're really not sure what we're going to find when we get there. Didn't you ever see Star Trek? They always think something wonderful is there, and it's always bad guys.
That's true.
We've found
But have
found
you ever
life
seen
on
those-
the planet. Well, don't go near it.
Oh, come on. I grew up on these sci-fi movies that the Earth was going to explode, so everyone had to get into the spaceship and go to the next planet.
Yeah, that's Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, okay, but I mean, go back further, man. Come on. Back in the day with a black.
Oh, you mean when it was black and white?
All right. What years were you living in Chicago?
What was I living in?
What years were you living in Chicago?
From the 1930s all the way up until 1975.
Well, in that case, you would have seen those thrillers that come on, and I believe it was Channel WLS or something like that on TV, WLS programming or something like that, and it was Channel 32, the UHF channel.
Yeah.
And Saturdays at 12 noon, they played sci-fi.
And you learned everything that you know about science. You learned from Channel 32.
Well, of course, I learned all about Godzilla and Gamera,
Oh.
and how to speak Japanese at the same time your lips are moving and not saying a thing.
And this planet is going to resolve what for us? Is that where when Godzilla attacks, you grab him, tie him up, you stick him in an aircraft, and you send him up to this place?
No, you know what it's going to solve? It's going to solve the Lonely Earth issue. You ever hear of the Lonely Earth issue?
No.
Our Earth has been lonely looking for its brother. I got a brother. He's way over there, but I got him. I see him. He's just a little spark out there, but I see him now.
It's obviously a big brother.
I got a brother.
Yeah, he's been there. He's very large.
I've been so lonely this many, many years. This 400,000 years I've been sitting looking and looking. I finally found him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know. It just ain't right.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, please.
Find me something, Jim.
You know, I don't know if this was yours or this was mine, but bedbug infestations are a family affair. I have no idea what that means.
I'm glad you found that.
What do you mean a family affair?
It means if you have a family and you got a bug, you got a problem. Think about it. Think about it. You talked about what in the hotels with the X Factor people?
Yeah.
Last show, I think it was.
Yeah. I make stuff up.
Okay. Well, let's make this up. If you take bed bugs to a hotel,
Yeah, which I do.
they stay there for the next guest.
So if I have bed bugs at home, if I bring them into a hotel, they won't come back with me?
No, as a matter of fact, they love it because they join the party and ready for the next people to come in.
I think this has to do with with their mating habits.
Does it? I didn't read it. I'm just like the picture.
Yeah,
I actually collected the picture off the internet.
It's actually about their mating habits. They'll mate with any, which is pretty much, I thought, the way insects did. I didn't think they, before they were going to mate, they just, stopped and said, wait a minute, I think you're related. Like
Are
two
you my
cockroaches.
cousin?
I was just going to have, cockroach relations, and all of a sudden I realized that was my sister. No.
Bob? You're not Bob.
Yeah. Oh well. All it means bedbugs multiply very quickly, which is why they're a
Alrighty.
problem, isn't it? Hey, I saw something about a gentleman that I have no respect for.
Really?
Yeah, Johnny Depp. I mean,
What happened with him? I saw that, but I grazed past it.
he didn't do anything, but his bodyguards, kind of beat someone up. Or so they say, or allegedly, I should say. Allegedly beat someone up.
Allegedly beat someone up.
Tackled someone.
Tackled him.
Yeah. Because,
Did he have a football? Was it football game day?
It was, it was game day. And
Game on, bro.
The bodyguard saw this woman with a football and, tackled her.
Wow.
I'm sure that there was a good reason for it. And, it came after the Iggy Pop show in L.A. Thursday night, claiming she was minding her own business when she accidentally danced too close to Depp's table and his bodyguards tackled her. Well, I don't like Depp. I think that, and I have my reasons, and we can talk about those someday if you want to get,
Well, I
Get
like
into
that.
it.
That might be a good debate.
Yeah. Acting, I think he's a pretty good actor. I don't like some of the things he does. I think some of his characters are too over the top. But as far as acting goes, I really don't have that much of a problem with people that act, whether they did a good job or not. It's difficult. It's it's tough to do the same thing and do it really well. And I see the quality in acting. But as a human being, he just rubs me the wrong way.
Do you
But
think
anyway.
he'd be a good host on the Academy Awards?
No. No, I think he's.
Was that a scrum question or what?
No, I think he's boring as all get out. I think he thinks that because he can act, as most actors do, and I think that's what I really have trouble with actors is they think because they can act that they have brilliant ideas about life, and they don't. They have really stupid ideas. They are completely warped by the amount of money that they make. for doing something that is, I say it's hard work, but I mean, in relation to other types of jobs, what they do is very simple, as far as skill goes.
Are you talking about the Ashton Crusher faux pas?
No. What happened with Ashton? It's Kutcher.
Him too.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I don't respect him well enough to say his name right, I guess. But whatever his name is, it's Ashton.
Yeah. What did he do wrong?
I think they actually spelled it wrong on the birth certificate, as far as the first name goes. The boy stands up in front of an audience, and I had instantly earned respect for him. He was talking about how bad it was for a full-grown guy to take advantage of a child and abuse him. Terrible thing. Stood up there and whatever clothes he wears on his off time, in front of in a microphone, and they had him on YouTube and some different places, and he was saying how bad that was. Enter the next few days later, the basketball coach. Was it the basketball coach? The football coach from Penn State.
The Penn State affair, yeah, I don't.
They can him without knowing all the facts. Ashton or Aston or Aston Crusher. Crusher, Kisher Asher, I don't care. Says how lame that was, and he tweets, and I won't quote, how bad it was that they got rid of the coach.
Oh, because he's a fan.
Doesn't matter. He didn't know all the facts, so he blew it out.
Yeah.
Faux pas.
So in one respect, he's saying, if you mess with kids, you're the lowest form of life, and then all of a sudden he finds out that his favorite coach was messing with kids, and it's okay now.
No. I think he knew half the story, and he didn't have enough brains or sense to do something about finding the whole thing out before he made a tweet.
Oh.
Okay. Bad thing about tweeters. You gotta find things out first. Don't go tweaking on the tweet.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I tell my family that all the time. Don't be tweaking on the tweet or teaking on the tweak. I don't know what I tell them. They don't listen to me anyway.
Well, I've got about, I don't know, something like 240, maybe it's 240 tweeps.
Tweeps?
You know what a tweep is?
No.
It's like a peep, only it's a tweet. Tweep.
A peep is a little
group of people.
Tiny marshmallow chick.
No. Well, yeah. Okay, fine.
That's a peep.
Okay, that's a peep. Well, a peep for tweet. A peep is like, my peeps are out there.
Yeah.
All right. And you know what? When they first started using that term, that's exactly what went through my mind. What, you got a bunch of marshmallows out there? What?
Yeah.
No, a peep is a group of people that you call people that like you and support you.
Oh, a tweep.
So a tweep is the people who like you and support you
on
a
follower.
Twitter, yeah.
A stalker, basically.
Kind of.
A Twitter stalker is a tweep.
Digital stalking is legal as far as we know.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
It's high time for moon time. How's your latte?
It's really very good. To be honest with you, it's the best latte that I've had in the last 30 minutes.
Oh, cool. Cool. That means it took you 30 minutes to drink. All right.
Hey, I read something unusual that for some reason baby boomers were heading back to the seminary. And I don't know what that means. All I know is that...
Baby boomers are what?
To seminary. Seminary. Why would baby boomers are, old people?
Excuse me.
Isn't that it? The baby boomer was after was it after World War II? The babies that were born after World War II. So they're old now. They're all retired
in the 60s.
Why would you go back to seminary? Why don't you do it when you had something to say about something? You don't. I don't know. I just thought that it was an interesting.
Was it the 50s as well? Born in the 50s and the 60s? They called them baby boomers because it was after World War II. I think you're right.
Yeah, I believe it was 50s.
So baby boomers are going, I think I ran across that one too.
Yeah, well,
I
just
have no
thought I'd
idea
throw
what
that out
means.
there.
Did you not read it?
I read it, but it doesn't make sense to me. That's why it's like I'm reading it. It's like I don't get what they're looking for.
Okay. Here's the call out. Are you ready? Anybody who knows what this means, send us a blog, send us some comments, chrisvoice.com, or send me an email, chris@chrisvoice.com. And we'll bring it up on the next show.
Yeah. Someone's got to help us. I don't understand some things. Actually, I don't understand anything.
I didn't read it, so I couldn't really say what is what on that one. Okay. It's time. Dinner bell's ringing. And so was my bell here, I guess, because these headphones are really taking the oxygen away from my brain. And we missed chili.
Yeah.
I missed Chili today. Chili would have been good in today. We needed him.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody out there who wants to come in to do a guest host, you are more than welcome. If you have a Skype thing, we'll call us. You can hook us up. We can hook you up. Call 702-539-8322. And we will see about hooking you up, or email chris@chrisvoice.com. Or go to chrisvoice.com and listen to the radio shows and have a good laugh. And until next time, Jimmy, when are you taking off out of there?
I'm out of here as soon as we get off the phone. I'm out of here. It's cold. It's windy. It's getting colder. I'm going someplace warm. I think.
East?
I think we're going to head someplace warm. I don't know where yet. I might even leave the continent.
That'd be in the south.
Go to the Bahamas.
Don't go to the South Texas border though. Somebody does a real bang-up job at keeping that place clean.
Yeah.
I can bang on that guy all day long. Okay. We're out. And if anyone has anything to say about any part of this, go blog us and let us know where you're at so we can read it. Cool?
All right.
All right, guys. Have a good time. And until the next time, Jimmy and I are saying bye-bye.
Bye.
Rocket arm switch is on. Here comes the throttle. Circuit breakers in. We have separation. Inboard and outboards are on. We're coming forward with the side stick. Looks good. Roger. I've got a blowout. Neighbor 3. Pitch to 0. Pitch is out. I can't hold altitude. Correction. Alpha hold is off. Trip selectors emergency. Flight Tom, I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone fast with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out to pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teagues, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine. They'll never make me president, but I got the best first ladies. Some days I've got 'em as far as the eye can see. Ooh-wee. A morning dive with Jackie Smith, I crash in the night with Cheryl, but in the end they never stay with me. I might fall from a tall building so Burt Reynolds don't get hurt. I might leap a mighty canyon so he can kiss and flirt. While that smooth talker's kissing my girl, I'm just kissing dirt. Yes, I'm the lonely stuntman that made a lover out of her.